Hi, everybody, and welcome to our call tonight. I am excited because we have some wonderful stories of hope tonight, where we're going to hear from some wonderful ladies who have had incredible health results using Plexus products. And then we're going to finish our evening with Miss Lisa Weinke telling us a little bit more about how the products on the health system work. So we are glad to have you all here tonight. I am trying to stream this from live on Facebook, so if that's actually working, hallelujah, that is exciting. We are also here on Zoom. So for those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Dawn Andrews. I've been a devoted Plexus ambassador for 6.5 years, have not missed one single day of my products, and have used it throughout a tumultuous cancer journey. So it has been Plexus has been a wonderful asset to me. It has been a way to rebuild my immune system and stay healthy and vibrant, and even amidst a really, really difficult health journey. So tonight, I realize that many of you are all here for different reasons. You have come here to learn a little bit more, to investigate, to see if maybe there's an answer here for you too, if Plexus could be something that can absolutely help you with your health challenges and meet your health goals. I hope by the time you walk away tonight that you too will really feel what we feel and see what we see and see the value in it. So we would love to invite you to learn more and to see again if maybe this could be the thing and this could be a good fit for you. So tonight is going to be a little different, where we're going to share some stories of hope. And so I've invited a few of my wonderful friends to come on tonight and share. And I'm first going to introduce one of my dear friends, Ms. Sherry Sprouse, who is also a senior gold ambassador with me at Plexus. I love that I have made wonderful new friendships through the Plexus journey. And Sherry has a just incredible health testimony that I'm excited for you all to hear tonight.
Thank you so much for inviting me on tonight. I'm live. Okay. I'm so sorry. I am so excited to be sharing this for you guys tonight, because so something that I was so plagued with for so long was migraine. At a very young age, probably middle school was when these things started. And I had gone to a neurologist. I had gone to all kinds of doctors, and I would give them my symptoms, and they basically just told me there's really nothing that we can do. I took Imitrex for a really long time. I put pills under my tongue. As I got older, I started going to a chiropractor, which that helps a little bit. I was a dental assistant, and so I was in like crazy positions all day long, and like back and neck were hurting, but I still had some headaches that just weren't explained by back and neck issues. And growing up, having to be in a room with my head covered, just all of this, it was just very, very hard for me as a mom, the wife and a mom, to not be present for my family 3 or 4 times a week at any given time. Like, that's unacceptable. But I didn't know what else to do. So I would make any concoction, since the Imitrex and underneath my tongue, they weren't working. So I would do Motrin, Aleve, Tylenol, Excedrin migraine, anything like that, and any concoction of those 4 things that I could do with any amount of caffeine to get relief. And that's the way I lived my life, 3 to 4 days a week for years. And so, and I had no idea how badly I was messing myself up. So my husband, who is a local surgeon here in the Tidewater area, he was one that actually brought Plexus to me, basically to fix my constipation issue. I was really messed up, you guys, so bad. And as many times as I had a migraine through the day or through the week, I was constipated that bad. And it was just this vicious cycle. And so he vetted all the products. He's a science guy. He he looked at all of the ingredients and brought it to me and was like, I want you to do this. I want you to do this and see if it works. And literally energy happened. And then after energy happened, my younger son was the one that looked at me and said, Mom, you haven't complained of a migraine in days. And I was like, whoa, okay. If nothing else ever happened, I would still be on these products because I'm now present for my family and I'm not suffering the way that I was. So I took, I'm sure Lisa's going to go over everything, but the triplex combo is what I took. It balances my blood sugar. It got rid of the inflammation in my system and it got my gut healthy. And so the things that I used to deal with and were plagued with, I just don't deal with anymore. I go to the bathroom on the regular. I have had what I would classify 2 migraines in 4 years. That is life changing. And it has completely changed my life. So I am present for my family. I have energy all day long. I have no more acne. I go to the bathroom twice a day. And I just can't say enough about it. But the migraines, getting rid of those was something I had not expected would happen when you take something for gut health. So that's my story. I hope that inspires you guys to know that even if you're just after one thing, that it trickles down and there's things that you maybe didn't even know were wrong and you're living with something that Plexus can actually really help you with. And that was the migraines for me. That was a huge bonus.
That is so great. And I love that. And what you're going to hear, and you're going to hear a couple more stories. And just remember that when we're talking about Plexus, we are really talking about getting down to the root healing and the root cause of what's causing the issues. And so that was one thing that was kind of interesting for me to wrap my mind around when I started seeing all of these different testimonies within Plexus. Like, how can the same products help someone with migraine, help someone with RA, help someone with MS, help someone with just something like allergies? Like, what is that? And it's because we're so conditioned, I think, to think that when we go to the doctor, we're going with a headache and we take a pill to fix the headache. And so this is a very different approach. This is actually, instead of treating the symptom, we're trying to go beyond the symptom down to the root cause. And that root cause oftentimes is very much tied to gut health. And so Plexus is the gut health company. Our products work synergistically together to really get down to that gut healing and that root healing. So as we continue, and we're getting ready to hear from Ms. Heather West and her Plexus testimony, which is very different than Sherry's, I just wanted to that's kind of how you can start putting the pieces together in your brain about why this is and why this works the way it does. So Heather, we would love to hear from you next.
You're muted, Heather. Unmute yourself.
Now can you hear me? Okay, sorry. So my journey is a little bit different, but I was very lucky to have a child at 39. And he was about a year and a half, and I was working full time. I'm a nurse. I was exhausted. I had no energy, and just felt like the worst that I had felt in I don't know how long. And it's crazy because I had a wonderful pregnancy and I felt pretty good during my pregnancy. I have suffered from severe chronic back pain, and I've had some surgeries for that, and some other pains and issues that I've had. But the energy at the time and just, the pain, it was just a combination of all sorts of stuff. So for those of you who don't know, Sherry's my cousin, and we were talking and she was like, you've got to try this, just give it a try. And honestly, I did probably do it to make her happy, and because I trusted her but thought I was not going to be anybody that would benefit from the products. I thought I'll take them, but I probably won't see all these amazing things that she's talking about. Well, I like to call myself a late bloomer in the process. I did notice some energy pretty early on, some changes with energy, but it took a couple of months for me to really, really start to notice everything. And then literally like 4 to 6 months in, the weight started to melt off of me. I had not changed anything in my eating habits, and I'm not bragging about that, but I was in a part of my life where I was just working all the time, and I couldn't dedicate the dieting and the exercising and everything, but the weight was just, the inches were falling off. I had an immense amount of energy for my son. I was sleeping better. I was going to the bathroom better. Like, that's just such a big deal if you suffer from, any of those issues. I just honestly felt the best that I had felt in for as long as I can remember. So I took the products consistently for a little bit over a year. And then I fell off the wagon. Life got busy. There was some financial issues and some things like that. But most importantly, I think I just got complacent and was used to, how I felt, and didn't plan on being off as long as I was. So I recently started to take all my products again, because I was just reminded daily that this is not me, and that was not how I wanted to feel. And that there was so much more out there for me physically, the way I felt. So I've been taking them consistently for about 2.5 months now. And again, a little bit late blooming. I just think it takes a little bit of time for me, but definitely, I forgot my Slim this morning, and at noon, I'm like, I didn't have my Slim. I have to get my Slim. I will not stop these products again, short of, I don't know. I owe it to myself, to just be the best version of me that I can be and feel as good as I possibly can. And when I look back at the way that I felt, there were just so many things I couldn't even probably tell you them all. But I'm slowly starting to return back to Plexus, Heather, and I'm not going to, let that happen again, because it truly was unreal. Everybody noticed, my family, my mom, like strangers. They're just, you have a glow and you look fantastic, and I just felt like somebody I didn't remember feeling like in the last 15 or 20 years. So I'm back. I'm back, and I'm staying. And it's not hard. You just have to, stick to and be consistent, and it will work for you. So I'm just very glad to be back on the products and helping to share with everybody I know.
Yes, and we're so glad to have you. And I think that she made a really important point, how important it is to be consistent and to be patient, because many times we get into this mindset that we want stuff to happen fast, right? Our society, fast, fast, fast. And when you're talking about root healing, it really takes time. And so setting the expectation to definitely be committed for 60 to 90 days and even beyond, as Heather shared. She felt like it takes more like 4 to 6 months for her. But just remembering that what you're doing is you're healing your body, and that takes time. So I love that reminder. Great. And we have one more person that I want to introduce tonight, who's going to share her health testimony, and then we'll let Lisa sort of round it out and tell us a little bit about the products that are making the difference in all of our lives. So next I want to introduce Kelly LaRue, who is a good friend and also Gold Ambassador with us.
Hi, everyone. I'm so glad that you were able to tune in tonight and listen to these amazing stories. I'm going to tell you about my story, and mine has to do with anxiety and depression. But that is not why I started Plexus. I started Plexus to lose weight, and I just figured that my anxiety and depression was something that I was going to, be dealing with for the rest of my life. I majored in psychology. I understood how the brain worked. I was on medication, and that was helping my brain. Little did I know that healing my gut was actually going to help me with my anxiety and my depression, because 90% of your serotonin, which is your feel-good neurotransmitter hormone, is in your gut. So I joined to lose weight, and I had this amazing side effect where I just started to feel better. I was a better teacher. I was a better daughter. I was a better sister. I was a better mom. I was a better wife. I was a better everything. Everything changed for me because I started Plexus to lose weight. I battled with anxiety and depression. Like that's just who I was from a very young age. And I was on medication for a very long time. And by healing my gut, I've been able to come off of my medication. That's not to say that I don't still feel anxious or sad. This has been a very trying time for everybody, being forced to change how we work, change how we live, change who we can see. And I am so thankful that I have these products in my back pocket to help me manage everything as I'm moving through here. I just feel like I can stay at a much more even keel as I'm navigating all of these unknown scenarios that keep popping up. So like I said, I'm a teacher, so that's one of the biggest unknowns right now. And I am using the Triplex, which has a probiotic, which I just feel that probiotic has been key to me feeling better. And then I also take the other probiotic that we have called Vital Biome, and that one specifically targets my anxiety and my mood. And I am just so thankful that I found these products and that I have also found this team to help support me when I have questions or when I am struggling, and they can help me figure out what I need to do, whether it's change my mindset or change up how I'm taking my products. So I'm super thankful that I have found the products and these people.
I love that you tied community into that too. I can honestly say for me as well, with as much as I have going on in my health journey, having the positive people around and truly being a part of what we call the health and happiness company absolutely makes a difference in aspects of our life beyond just the physical, right? So thank you. All right, let's see. I want to now turn it over to our awesome Miss Lisa Weinkoop, who's a chiropractor, who is also what I think is absolutely brilliant when it comes to understanding natural health products and ingredients. And she is always my go-to with product questions. And so she's going to give us a little more in-depth about the products, how they work, and how the ingredients work together. So Miss Lisa Weinkoop, take it away.
Hey there, everyone. Thank you, Dawn, so much. What that actually means when she says that is that I'm just a geek. I love research. I'm a chiropractor, as she said. I was a social worker before that. I love college. I love learning, and I love diving into this stuff. So this is not what you need to do, though, to understand that these products work. Obviously, these stories are a great example of that. And you can dive in if you so choose, but what I'd like to do this evening is just kind of give you the superficial kind of 30,000-foot view of what they do or how they do it. And if you want more specific information or there's something I mentioned and I don't go into detail on, just reach back out to the person who shared this video with you or who invited you here this evening, because they can help you with those questions. We'd be here for hours if I were to share everything about all of our wonderful products. I'll start by saying that all of our products are plant-based, they are gluten-free, and the vast majority of them are also free of all common allergens. So there's a few that are whey-based, but most of them are non-GMO, they're gluten-free, none of them have dyes, preservatives, sugar, anything like that. And you're gonna find that they pretty much fall into 4 basic categories. You're gonna have what some people have already talked about, which is our gut health and root healing. That's mainly our triplex combo. We have natural, consciously clean skincare. we have natural weight loss and natural energy. And then the fourth one is pain relief, obviously natural pain relief. And you probably have noticed already from everybody's stories that as unique as all of us are, we've all come with different things, anxiety and migraines and constipation and all kinds of other issues. Our products are equally as unique. I, as a chiropractor for about 20 years before I found Plexus, had been brought every product in the world to me. Every patient who walked in my door would come in and say, Dr. Lisa, what is this? Can you tell me if this is good? Try this. I've got this. Yeah, I found this. Try. And seriously, I would look at them. I tried most of them. None of them did for me what these products did. I started Plexus kind of the opposite of the way Kelly just spoke. I started because I have 2 autoimmune diseases. I needed to lose weight, but it was the least of my worries. So I basically didn't care about the weight loss part of it, but I wanted to try to help both my MS and my RA symptoms so that I didn't have to do chemotherapy. I had already done everything else in the world that I could think of. I had done daily injections for my MS, medications for my RA. I had done Chinese herbal medicine, tons of other probiotics, because I did understand the root cause of most autoimmune diseases being in the gut. And I just, everything, nothing worked. Every once in a while I would get a little glimmer of hope, but then all the symptoms would come back. So I was very skeptical when I started Plexus, but I think the reason I did give it a chance, kind of the last Hail Mary, if you will, was twofold. I trusted Dawn beyond anything. I'd known her for years. I knew that she would not lead me astray. And when she sent me information on the supplements and I did the research, I realized how different they truly are. You guys, most of these products are multiple products in one, and many of them are very outside of the box thinking. Most people probably do take a probiotic or a multivitamin and know that they are beneficial and you should do them preventatively. Many medical doctors are now recommending that. What you don't understand is they're not all created equal. What you're picking up at GNC or Walmart cannot even compare to what I'm going to talk about this evening. And I'm only going to talk about 2 of those categories. I'm going to talk about the gut health and I'm going to talk about the natural weight loss and energy. And if you're interested in the skincare, which is also a collagen product as well as the skin serums or the pain relief, then please reach back out to the person who invited you. So let's talk about gut health first, because that's my favorite. That's why I started, and I love these products so much. Several people have already mentioned our triplex combo, so it's clearly one that we share with a lot of people and a lot of people use with a lot of different advantages. I also think it's funny that someone spoke earlier when they were talking about, I'm trying to think who it was. I think it was Heather was saying that she was kind of a late bloomer. Another thing that people need to remember is that everybody's so individual and you're going to respond differently to these supplements. You bring so many different cards to the table, your genetics, your lifestyle, your medical history. And it's just a tool in your tool belt. And as she said, it took her a couple of months to really start seeing major benefits. I, on the other hand, had major benefits the first week. And like Sherry said in her testimony, I knew without a doubt that I would take these supplements for the rest of my life. I started with the triplex, which is your Slim. You guys have probably heard of the pink drink. Our ProBio 5, which is one of the probiotics that Kelly just mentioned, and BioCleanse. And that is really, those 3 products really get to the root cause of a lot of illness through the gut. We have 2 Slims. We have Hunger Control and we have Microbiome Activating. You can tell that Hunger Control is much bigger. Mainly, they're pretty much the same. They're both going to do a lot of the same things. They're going to keep your blood sugars level. Anybody, whether you're pre-diabetic, diabetic, doesn't matter, does this all day with your blood sugars. Well, Slim helps keep your blood sugars very balanced and level. That's why you have sustained energy through the day, not an artificial jittery kind of energy, because you're not doing this with the crashes and then the peaks and then the crashes again. It also balances your cholesterol and your lipids, has a little bit of an anti-inflammatory benefit. It's going to help you with sugar and carb cravings. It's really just a really good all-body balancer. The differences between them, besides the different flavors of each, is that the Hunger Control has what's called polydextrose. Do not think this is a sugar because it ends in ose. It is actually a fiber. When it gets into your stomach, it expands, making you feel fuller quicker, and you stay fuller longer. That feeling is because it leaves your stomach slowly, you actually don't feel hungry for a pretty long time. It also helps keep you from snacking. So a lot of people have nighttime snacking issues. They'll take this around lunchtime so that they get the long-term benefits into the evening. The benefit of the microbiome is that it also is a prebiotic fiber, but this is really more for feeding and both of them will feed the bacteria in your gut, but this is really about feeding certain bacteria, only the good ones, which I think is outside the box way that Plexus thought. They picked a prebiotic fiber that would only feed the good bacteria, not the bad. So I thought that was pretty brilliant on their part. But both of these, other than those two things, are pretty much going to do the same, and they're our cornerstone product. Then you add in ProBio 5, another outside the box kind of product. I'd taken a bazillion probiotics over the years. Many of them were $70 a bottle, required refrigeration, never felt different until I found ProBio 5. And I believe that it's because they not only have the probiotics in it, but they have digestive enzymes and an antifungal. So you're not just trying to suffocate out all the bad bacteria with a bunch of good bacteria and hoping that the body can balance the good and bad out. You're actually getting in there and you're dealing with the candida yeast overgrowth, and you're dealing with the bad stuff that needs to get out and often doesn't. And then BioCleanse is the third product in our gut health program, and that is an oxygenated magnesium. Again, multiple products in one, and really outside the box thinking. What they did was they oxygenated the magnesium. Love that, because we now know, and actually the alternative world has known this for a long time, but the medical community is just now catching up with it. But we've known for a very long time in the alternative community that many viruses, bacteria, fungi, and even some cancers cannot survive in an oxygenated environment. There are cancer therapies that's what they do. They do ozone therapy. They flood your body with oxygen for that exact reason. Well, Plexus did that with their magnesium supplement. And magnesium is crucial, you guys. Most of us don't get enough, and it's required for over 300 chemical reactions in your body. Those three products together are our gut health program. I will mention very quickly that Kelly did mention our other probiotic. It's Vital Biome, and it's an amazing probiotic, and 2 of the strains are clinically proven to help with anxiety, depression, and other mood disorders. So if you know someone or you yourself have those issues, you definitely want to talk to the person who introduced you to Plexus about that one as well. The other part of the root heal, well, I'm going to leave the root heal. I'm going to go into natural weight loss now. That always is going to include our Slim, which is, again, our pink drink. But then we have a couple of products that are specific to that. And the 2 I wanted to mention tonight are our MetaBurn, which is our metabolism booster, and Fat Burner, which also has some really great benefits for mood. And then we also have a carb blocker called Balance. And Balance is going to block up to 48% of the carbs and sugar in the largest meal that you eat of the day. And it also, really cool, again, multiple products in one, has chromium in it, which is going to balance the blood sugars in that meal so that when you finish that meal, you don't crash. Like most of us get that icky crash after a meal. So again, really cool outside the box thinking. And those 3 products together have been very, very helpful for people who are trying specifically to lose weight, but they'll notice other benefits along the way, like Kelly has also talked about. Natural Energy, I want to take 2 seconds to talk about Active. This is actually one of my more favorite products, which really surprises me, but this is our natural energy drink. I did not understand why we were trying to take on the energy drink business, because I'm so ingrained in like gut health and that kind of stuff. But I realized that those drinks are so dangerous and so hard on our bodies, our kidneys, our livers. They cause strokes and heart attacks. And it's a $61 billion business, you guys. That means a lot of people are putting really dangerous things in their body. And I thought, well, gosh, what better thing than for a natural health company to do than to try to take on a big business like that and give an alternative option that's equally as effective, but so much better for your body. So Active is an energy drink that does not give you the jitters, does not give you the crash afterwards. Not only that, but it helps to increase something called nitric oxide in your body. It helps your body to produce more of it. If you've never heard of it, look it up because it's really cool stuff. But basically, it increases blood flow in your body. So wherever that's going to be beneficial, or however that's going to be beneficial, you will notice differences. People have told me that it's helped them with their headaches. Think about increasing blood flow to the brain. It's really good as a pre-workout because that extra nitric oxide helps with the blood flow. The blood flow from that helps you not have the sore muscles the next day. So that whole leg day thing is not so much a big deal anymore. But it's really also good for mental clarity and focus. I love this for that, because some days I have really, really long days at my office. And at the end of the day, I'm doing paperwork. And the days that I drink this, I am so focused and I just fly through the paperwork and don't even realize how much I've done in such a short amount of time. What I will say is if you're sensitive to caffeine, it does have a little bit of natural caffeine, about the equivalent to a cup of coffee. Wouldn't drink it too late in the day. I have drank it as late as 5 or 6 in the evening when I've had an evening event, and I've laid my head on the pillow at 10 o'clock and gone right to sleep. But some people might be a little sensitive. I want to mention one more thing before I close. We do have a new children's line, you guys, and I'm super excited about this. We've always had a children's vitamin, multivitamin chewable, and we added a probiotic to that a couple of years ago, and it's just an amazing, again, multiple products in one. Give your child chewable and they're getting the probiotics that they need and they're getting the multivitamins that they need. But this year we stepped it up a notch. We still have that chewable. We've added an additional strain of probiotics to it that are specific for gut issues, constipation, diarrhea, any bowel kind of issues. And then we added their own drink, you guys. They have their own drink, just like Slim and Active, but it's specific for them. And this product is such an amazing addition because it's giving the children prebiotics, it's giving them their omegas. It's really between the chewable and this, it's really 5 products in one: vitamins, minerals, omegas, prebiotics, and probiotics. I think I said all 5 of them correctly. And they're all, as I said earlier, just like the rest of our products, no common allergens, no sugars, no dyes, no preservatives, none of the junk that you see in some of the ones that you will find on the grocery store shelves. So remember that if you have any children or if you know people who do, because this is really an amazing product line. Again, if you have interest in our pain relief or with our skincare, please just reach out, and the person who shared Plexus with you, I'm sure will share more about those with you. Is that what you needed me to do, Dawn?
You got it. You
All
are
right. Trying to stay on time.
Love it. So good. And I will just add, I have 5 kiddos, and my littlest guy is a super picky eater, and he loves the new Mega Kids. And it's a tropical punch flavor, and he drinks it, and he's a happy little guy. And so nice to have that in our arsenal of health for the kids. So thank you so much, Lisa. So great. So that, again, is just sort of a good, nice overview for you guys to get a good understanding of what Plexus is, health and happiness company, gut health, root healing. I hope you walk away with really understanding a little bit more about how the Plexus health system works. Actually I want to share a couple things with you before I let you go. We have had such a generous company give us such generous offerings the last couple of months with the pandemic and COVID and financial unrest and so forth. And so Plexus has been very generous in offering promotional opportunities. And so this month, Plexus has actually lowered the enrollment rate, which is usually $39.95 to become a wholesale ambassador. This month is only $9.99. Buy the products, get started with their health and wellness journey. In addition to that, today and tomorrow, because it is the end of the month, we have a promotional code that we can give you, a special code, where you can actually get 10% off a starter pack. And so, for example, we have welcome packs that are basically 2 price points, okay? We have the Get Started packs for you, which would be a $99 welcome pack bundle, which would include triplex. So usually, we have different combinations of products, but let's just use triplex as an example for $99. And then we have another one would be a more advanced pack with multiple products, or maybe for somebody else in your family for $199. And so then when we offer you that 10% off code, you're actually getting your welcome pack for either $89 or $179. So you're getting a lot of value, more than we even get when we buy wholesale. So getting started right now is the time to do it, and it does expire tomorrow. So there is a little bit of urgency. So if you've been kind of thinking about this, now is a great time to really make that change and really go for it. What I would love to do is, it's very important that we make sure we get the right product combination for you. And so when we finish this call, I'm going to encourage you, if you are someone who invited a guest to this call tonight, go to Messenger or go to a text message and start a chat, a three-way chat with that person. You can invite me or Lisa or anybody else to add to that chat, or just go ahead and have that conversation where you really talk about what the health goals are of the guests that you invited tonight, because we want to make sure that we're getting the right product combination to really meet the needs of your guests. And so we can all get started, because our goal is so much to help improve health and wellness. That everybody, and golf August with some awesome health goals. Sound good, guys? All right. Thanks a lot for joining us. Bye, guys.